God damn, 25 years. Excuse me while I reminisce how old I am. What's up, YouTube? This is Red Devilosa from Red Devilosa Reviews. Before we get started, I'd like to say that if you like reviews and opinions on movies, comics, TV shows, and video games, be sure to click the like button and subscribe to my channel for more of that content. The sweet nostalgia. Pixar's first CG film, Toy Story, was released in 1995, 25 years ago today. The first feature film to be done completely through the use of computer animations. The film was directed by John Lasseter and stars an iconic amount of voice actors. Woody, played by Tom Hanks, is the main toy in the story. He's the cowboy doll that's Andy's favorite toy. When Andy leaves the room, the toys come to life and they do whatever they choose to do until Andy comes back, and they go back to their lifeless toy selves. Woody is the leader of the other toys. I like how the movie establishes some of the problems that we personally don't think about, as these are toys at the end of the day. But the fear of having your kid's birthday party or Christmas being the one thing that might separate them from their connection. Once the kid gets a cooler toy to play with, or they get interested in other things, the toy they once loved are now forgotten. Woody's pretty confident that wouldn't happen to him until one of Andy's gifts is Buzz Lightyear, voiced by Tim Allen. This space ranger that has multiple buttons that can shoot lasers, open wings, and talk. He can glow in the dark, probably one of the coolest toys a kid could have. Buzz believes that he's actually the Buzz Lightyear. He doesn't know that he is only a toy. Woody gets jealous as Andy plays with Buzz more and the other toys are giving him more respect. And this is where the central conflict occurs. Woody does retaliate on this jealousy, but before I get into that, let's talk about some of the other characters. Yeah, the focus of the movie is on the disdain between Woody and Buzz, but the rest of Andy's toys are very memorable as well with their own personalities. Not as developed as some of them are in the sequels, but still handled very well. Slinky the loyal dog, Mr. Potato Head the cynic, Ham the smart aleck, Rex the nervous dinosaur, Bo Peep the caring love interest, and even the little green aliens from Pizza Planet. We get to the point where Andy is told to bring just one toy to Pizza Planet, and in order to ensure that Buzz is out of the way, Woody tries to knock Buzz behind the desk, but instead he is accidentally knocked outside. If you ever wonder what the original idea for this scene was, it was actually pretty dark. In the movie, Buzz fell out of the window by accident, but in the unused scenes, Woody pushed him on purpose, and everybody saw him doing the act as well. And just listen to the dialogue.
I'm sorry, Woody, but I have to agree with them. I don't think what you did was right.
What? Am I hearing correctly? You don't think I was right? Who said your job was to think, Spring Wiener?
One, two.
Stop! Don't throw him off the bed.
Yeah.
Throw him out the window like he did to Buzz.
Holy shit. Woody was a bit of a narcissist in the film, but you can attribute that to fear and insecurity of being replaced. But my god, what he could have been. Before the toys could exact their revenge like the way they would have, Andy is forced to take Woody with him to Pizza Planet. Buzz hitches a ride on the car, and while Andy and his mom stops for gas, Woody and Buzz gets into a fight. You get the moment with the screaming cowboy meme. They get left behind, but they're saved by a Pizza Planet truck that was there as well. But it turns out the driver is Roderick. They get inside and find Andy, but Buzz gets distracted by the rocket ship and Woody has to go after him. It turns out that Sid the troubled kid is there as well, and he spots Buzz in the ship, and he picks Buzz and Woody out. Is it strange that in a world with anthropomorphic toys, that the one thing that seems unrealistic is the crane being so easy to pick out two toys in a row? Going back to Sid, he is the main villain of the story. He takes the pleasure in destroying toys, maybe too much pleasure. Obviously to a toy and to young kids, he might seem like a borderline psychopath, but I don't know. Being a kid and trying out dynamite for the first time would seem like a cool thing for a kid to do. We learned that Sid has a fetish for switching the limbs of toys, harassing his sister in the process. I love the whole scene with Buzz learning from the commercial that he was just a toy. And he tries to prove that it's not true by jumping off the railing, believing that he could fly, but he suffers with gravity like the rest of us. The idea of believing that you are something you are not, and going through the grief of coping that you are not who you thought you were, is such a great moment altogether, which I'll come back to. There's this hilarious exchange where Woody is using Buzz's hand to talk to the rest of the toys, and he blows it by showing just the arm. The deranged toy helps Buzz by putting his arm back together, showing Woody that while they look like monsters to him, they're still just toys looking out for other toys like him and Buzz. Sid gets a brand new rocket and straps Buzz to it with duct tape, but because of the rain, he had to save the launch for the morning. Woody and Buzz gets this heart-to-heart moment where Buzz is still grieving about being a toy, that the whole idea of being either Andy's toy or Sid's toy just doesn't matter as he's just a piece of plastic. Woody assures to him that Buzz still has the opportunity of making one kid happy, which makes it all worth it, and he admits that his jealousy to Buzz is the whole reason they're here in the first place. This convinces Buzz to help Woody out of the box. Sid gets ready for the launch, and Woody uses Sid's toys to create a plan in getting Scud the dog out of the house to save Buzz. They get to the point where all the toys are in the backyard and they start coming to life, as Woody is taunting Sid with his voice box and then coming to life by saying,
"So play nice."
Scaring the shit out of Sid. Just then, Andy and his family starts to move out to their new home. Woody makes it to the moving truck, but is caught by Scud, and Buzz gets stranded to let Woody go. Woody takes RC out, and there's this hilarious reaction. He really should have told him that he was using RC to get Buzz out, but before he could, they proceed to...
Toss him overboard!
Buzz and RC picks up Woody as they proceed back to the truck. Seeing that Woody and Buzz were together, realizing that Woody was telling the truth, the toys try to help them back up. But due to RC's batteries being drained, the truck leaves them behind. They get the rocket to ignite and they zoom towards the truck, throwing RC in, and Woody and Buzz starts going into the air. Even though the glide to the truck is probably the most iconic moment in the film, being older, it's pretty much impossible for Buzz's plastic wings to break through duct tape. So yeah, they should have been blown up to bits. They start to fall with style into Andy's car. Fast forward to Christmas, Buzz and Woody, after their adventure together, they're more receptive to new toys joining them. Mr. Potato Head is excited for the Mrs. Potato Head, and Andy gets a puppy. And that's the movie. Toy Story is a film that contained a great story with great characters and a lot of heart. There was a lot of quotable and hilarious lines that I probably missed. Even though each of the sequels upped the animation by a lot, it's nothing short of amazing in seeing how good this movie looked when you put it up against other CG properties at the time. The PS1 was only out for a year at the time, and some of the movie CGI looked like this. Obviously the film is dated. What I'm impressed with the movie is that not only are the toy designs unique and well detailed for the time, they even added little things like complex shadows or the reflection in Buzz's helmet. Are the visuals perfect? No, of course not. At Andy's party, all the other kids had Andy's face. Scud looks pretty bad as well. The flock of sheep that Bo Peep had in the fourth one looked nice and detailed, but here they're literally just 3 sheep merged into one body. In the third act, when Woody grabs the match, it looks like he used the Force to pull it out, or maybe Woody is a secret Jedi. Toy Story, as I'm sure as many of you watching this, was a huge part of my childhood. I used to have some of the toys. I had the PC game growing up. Our family went to Toy Story Land in Hollywood Studios last Christmas. Toy Story is one of those kids' films that can be enjoyed for adults as well. There's a lot of themes in what we think a toy would go through if they were able to think. Like the first one, dealing with a toy that gets all the attention away from the kids' previous toys. The second one, with the collectibles and the museum that has generations of kids watching them, but never to be played with again. The third one with daycare, and when your kid is all grown up and off to college. And even the fourth one, with the antiques, and the concept of being a lost toy with no owner. These are movies that I can see myself showing to my kids, if I have any, in the future. Let me know in the comments down below on what you thought about Toy Story. If you like reviews and opinions on movies, comics, TV shows, and video games, support my channel by clicking the like button, subscribe, and click the bell for notifications for future videos. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you soon. Peace.